silent elf, I'm on the rise. Mono green, no compromise. Hey, ho, strike with those. Stuff is crushing all my foes. Hey, ho, swoop for lows. Old school green and overloads. Giant growth, pop it high. Swing with all, you're gonna die. Scratch, fight, feel the bite. Mono green, I win the fight.
Hello, middle schoolers. Echo Greg here with another recorded webcam event. This is round 3 from the Romancing the Stones 2026 dance party event. It's a Swift style event with a weekly matchup based on standings. So I am 1-1, having lost to Elves in round 1 and defeated a red, white, green zoo in round 2. This is my deck. It's a red-green zoo. Grim Lavamancers, Jackal Pups, Korean Dryads, Jungle Lions, Mog Fanatics for the creatures, supplemented by some Call of the Herds, burn package of Incinerates, Lightning Bolts, and 2 Seal of Fires, as well as 2 Cursed Scrolls, and then some Raincors and a Fire Blast. Land package, Forest, Mountains, Carplucin Forest, 2 Treetop Village, and the Fetches. In the side I have 3 Naturalizes, dealing with artifacts and enchantments, which are very prevalent in the format. Some Graveyard Hate in 2 Furnaces and 2 Crypts. Some anti-blue hate in 2 Pyroblasts and 2 Red Blasts, so those are split instead of just having 4 Pyroblasts because Meddling Mage naming one can shut it off, so have a little diversity there. 2 Ravenous Balos for the aggro mirror matches, and 2 Tranquil Domains for enchantment heavy decks. So this match is against Chad, who is on Aluren. Aluren is another one of my all-time favorite decks, especially in middle school where you get Imperial Recruiter. So let's take a look. I won the draw, and I start off with a fetch into a forest and a Jungle Lion, dropping a 19, and I pass the turn to Chad. So at this point, I do not know what Chad's on. He leads off with a City of Brass into a Birds, dropping a 19 himself. But I do know that you always bolt the Birds, so I play a Mountain, the first step at bolting the bird. Swing in for 2, just on the random off chance that he would block. Then I play a Seal and immediately kill the birds, and then drop a Cursed Scroll. Chad takes his turn, untaps. He plays, I think it's the black-blue land that comes into play tapped, and passes back to me, so still not sure what he's on at this point. Swing in for 2, play a Dryad, and then play a Jackal Pup in order to make the Dryad a 2/2, and then pass back. Chad's down to 15. So I've got a pretty good board presence here. And not sure what Chad is on. Maybe some sort of trade when opposition survival is what I'm thinking about this time. Not really thinking of Aluren. But that's about to change. So he takes a damage to 14 and plays a Raven Familiar, and at this point, yeah, I know exactly what he's on. It's the only deck that I've ever seen in middle school that plays a Raven Familiar. So he is, yeah, I'm in danger. I gotta kill him. So I during my upkeep, before I draw, I activate Curse Scroll, name Curse Scroll. I gotta get damage in. He's probably just gonna block and kill one of my creatures. He wasn't gonna pay the Echo anyway, and I gotta get in before Aluren hits the board. But there's Aluren, so he drops to 7 to play it, and he had the Recruiter, and the game is over. So rather than forcing Chad, because I'm very familiar with the Aluren, playing a lot myself, I just asked him what his package is and what his win con is. So he is on the Spike Feeder, where he will loop the Spike Feeder, gain infinite life, and then put the counters on something big and swing. And so just to gain infinite life means I can't beat him. So we'll go to sideboards. And the way he'll do that is he recruiters. Smart way to do it is you recruiter for another recruiter, and then you play the second recruiter and get a bouncer, typically a mana war, bounce the recruiter with the mana war, get the recruiter back, play it, get the cabin harpy, play it, bounce the, and then bounce another recruiter, go get your, in this case, spike feeder, play the spike feeder, take a counter off, gain 2 life, play the pay life to take the cabin harpy back to your hand, so, and then play it, bounce the mana war, play the mana war, bouncing the spike feeder, and every time you do that loop, you gain 2 life, and then you lose a life to get it. So you're gaining 1 every time, and you just shortcut that, and you gain as much life as you want, and then you bounce, switch it up, get bounce recruiter, get a wall of roots that generates you infinite green mana, and then you use that to shift all the tokens around from the spike feeder, and throw it onto something and attack. So he couldn't have killed me that turn. Nothing had haste, and he didn't have anything that was already in play, but with infinite life it doesn't matter, and with infinite counters and the ability to move them at instant speed, I cannot even kill anything in response even if I had the ability to. So yeah, he'll just kill me on his next turn. So we sideboard up. I'm bringing in the Naturalizes and the Pyroblast Elemental Blasts. They're pretty good against the combo in that a lot of the key enablers are blue cards in either the Raven Familiars, which he might need to draw into the combo, or the combo pieces itself. If I could blast a Mana War or blast a Cabin Harpy, that fizzles the combo, as long as he doesn't have a backup. So those are all coming in, boarding out some Call the Herds and some Rancors because they're just a little too slow. Chad Mulligan down to 6. I start off at 7 with the play. Karplusan Forest dropping to 19 for a Jungle Lion. And then, just like game 1, Chad's got a city into a bird. So I drop a fetch, Kraken for 2, putting him to 17. I go to 18 for Jungle Lion, then I fetch for a mountain, bolt the bird, and pass on. So I got to keep him off of 4 mana at all costs. So he plays Llanowar Waste, goes to 16, plays a Wall of Blossoms. That'll slow me down a little bit in that it's a good blocker, but I'm still getting in for some damage. He blocks 1, goes to 14. Then I play a Dryad and pass the turn. I do have a Naturalize in hand, but there's no sense in leaving Naturalized mana up when he only had 2 lands in play. It's possible that he could have been on something like a Ancient Tomb, but based on how painful his mana was in game 1, I didn't think he was on the all-in. So I go ahead and play a Seal of Fire that pumps the Dryad, and I swing in. He blocks 1, takes 4, drops down to 10. And there's a fetch that gets him up to 4 mana. He cracks it, going to 9. He does have double green. He's actually got triple green there, so if he's got an Aluren, it's coming out. Alright, he goes and gets an island with his fetch. Yep, drops down to 8, and there's an Aluren. So he plays a Dryad. In response, I played a Dryad of my own. I've got 1 card left in hand. It is the Naturalize, and then he passes to me. So it doesn't try and combo off there. I go ahead and attack in. Before blocks, he's going to flash in a Recruiter. So in response, I'm going to Naturalize the Aluren, and then with the Recruiter still in attack, I'm going to pop his Dryad. So Recruiter will come in, he will get the search, but the Dryad's gone, the Aluren is gone. He will have a Recruiter in hand, so if he has a second Aluren or draws another Aluren, he immediately wins the game. but doing what I can to get some damage in. So he blocks one of the lions. We have a bit of a back and forth here. You think about which one to dog, but in the end, he blocks a lion. And you see there he's choosing between the lion and the 1/1 dryad, but yet to save damage. And he blocks with the wall and takes 3, dropping down to 5. And then I pass the turn, so I have no cards in hand. Everything's on the board. If he's got the Aluren, the game's over, and he had the Aluren. So didn't even draw it. He had 2 in his hand. So I played around it as best I could. I baited it out. Did everything, but he had the second one, and by recruiting for recruiter, he was able to, have the 2 pieces of the combo in hand, and there he goes. So you can see our sideboards here. I'm pulling out mine. He had a bone shredder, just kind of slowing me down. A fire slinger, again, slows it down a little bit by popping off a creature, buys him the time he needs to get the combo off. So Chad takes it down 2-0. Great job. Always love seeing Aluren do well. And that puts me at 1 and 2 so far in the event, going into round number 4. So that'll be up next. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time.